Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 15 of Direwolf20's Sky Factory 4 Let's Play series, where today I'm deciding how many, I guess 5 is what I need. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many slots do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect! Haha, look at that. Oh, things are working out for me. I'm deciding how I'm going to finish automating everything that we've set up last episode, right? So dirt can go away, is that correct? Yeah, cool. I'm just figuring out like what things I've already handled by way of making sure that they're, you know, good to go in the system over there. Hooray! Doot, 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 doot. Cool. So bone block, clay, block of redstone, quartz, and lapis. Because I want to fully automate the resource production system and get them sorting into the shipping containers for this, you know, nifty little system we've got going on here. So what I did is I just grabbed all the resources out of the sorting system, or out of the compressors that we've got over here, right? The packagers. And last episode we got it so that all the metals are coming in here, right? And that's cool. So today I'd like to continue automating, make it so that it automatically processes all the metals. And then in addition to processing the metals, I want all the resources that are post-processed to make their way into the Simple Storage network, which should be doable via some kind of importer or something from Simple Storage, right? So if we look at Simple Storage, we should make more of these, right? Which shouldn't be too bad. So that should be doable. Nice. And then we should have import cables, which needs a hopper. Oh my goodness, I'm loving it. I'm loving having like a quasi AE system here. It's very cool having an early game quasi applied energistics system. Very cool. And I call it quasi because it's definitely a scaled down AE, and I think it fits a really nice niche location of like, it doesn't require power, it's very easy to set up, it's very basic automation that holds you over until you get to AE, right? Until you get to applied energistics or refined storage, simple storage holds you over, right? It's a bulk storage for a bunch of different things, but you still have to connect to chests and other things. Doesn't require power, which makes it useful, but also it's not as customizable, it's not as automatable, it doesn't have a lot of the stuff that Applied Energistics has, nor should it, because if it was just as good as Applied Energistics or Refined Storage, there would be no reason to upgrade to those systems. Like, I think it's so awesome to have, like, a really good, like, niche location there, right? So, just saying I like it, okay? Is there anything wrong with that? Am I allowed to just say I like it? So I'm going to make an enriching factory, and then we're also going to make a smelter. So that would be you, and a smelting factory. And this saves me having to make tier upgrades, right? How cool is that? Bada bing, bada boom. So you guys are going to make your way over to here. Boop and boop, right? And then effectively, I would like to also have a chest. And you know what? I want to get the remote access to this thing. Is that hard? Storage used to access the network 64 blocks distance. I mean, that looks pretty doable, right? That looks like super duper doable. Am I wrong about that? That looks like extra craftable. Whoa, that is awesome sauce. That is super cool beans right there. Look at that. And I can just be like, yo, I need a chest. How great is this mod? I love it. Okay, cool. So, like, you guys are going to come here. Now, I'm pretty sure that this guy doesn't have some kind of auto import, right? So we want you to input on the left, output on the right, and we want to eject on, right? And you're going to be the same deal. You're going to input and eject on out to the right, right? So unfortunately, though, like there's no, you know, transport config, strict input. I don't think that's going to help us do anything. That's for like if we're using the transporters. And I never understood what these things were for. I never knew what these did. But we do want auto sort on, and we do want auto sort on. And then I'm assuming what we're going to want is some kind of, why am I running over there when I have wireless access? Servos. Yay. And item ducts. Yay. And I'm also going to want a couple more retrievers, if I'm being honest, right? And we're going to talk about why we need those in a minute. But clearly, I'm going to need a little bit more silver and gold, right? So let's come over here and get, I don't know, gold. I can't be that low on gold, can I? Oh, apparently I can be that low on gold. I mean, we have some pulverized for a reason, but let's borrow some from over here. And this should process relatively quickly. So ultimately I'm going to want like 8 of these bad boys. Right? Oh, look, I do have more Electrum. Okay, do I want to... I don't know. This might be like the perfect time to get this back to normal. Okay, cool. So we definitely want some retrievers, which means we're going to want a couple more of you. And I'm going to go with 2 retrievers. Does that sound fair? Good. And we'll see if that works out. Man, this wireless, powerless, liking it. All right. So ultimately, we're going to need power over here, right? So that means more digging into the walls and whatnot, which is fine. Everybody's okay with this, right? Nobody's going to yell at Dire. I mean, let's be honest, you are. So I'm thinking, like, power can come underneath. Do we have our leadstone? Do we have enough leadstone? Looks like maybe enough. That looks cool to me. Right? So you guys are juicing up? Yeah. Super cool. And I would like to do this. I would like to do this, right? So what we know is that everything that goes into this chest needs to be smelted, right? So we're just going to make this an empty blacklist and always on, and then boom, you're going to start getting things. Yes? Yeah, this is the part where you start. Right. Oh, right. Also, your side config should be input on the back. Yeah, now we're cool. Actually, you stay blue and you go gray. That should be good, right? So you're going to do that. You're going to accept items from the back. You're going to process them, and then you're going to dump them in the smelting factory. And then we might need a couple speed upgrades and whatnot, but we'll deal with that, you know, in the time that comes, right? Cool. And then you should be making your way over to here. Perfect. Now, the other thing I might want to do, right, is, and I'm not sure exactly, but we probably want to do that. And I'm going to have a retriever here that will retrieve the non-smeltables, right? So that's going to be netherrack, clay, dirt, sand and gravel, right? Not those, but these. And this, and this, and this. How many items is this? Is this 10 items? Because of course it is. Actually, it's more than 10 items. So we definitely need 2 retrievers, right? We definitely need 2 retrievers for this, right? But let's not also forget that we need to whitelist from the extract here. So this was netherrack, dirt, and clay. So we have to add dirt, clay, and netherrack, right? This one is sand and gravel. So we have to allow extracting of sand and gravel. And this one, I don't know, was nothing. This guy's redstone and quartz, right? So we have to add redstone and quartz. And then this guy, I don't think was nothing, right? Because that's silver, osmium, and tin. This guy is diamond, emerald, and lapis. Diamond, emerald, and lapis. And then back here is bone and glowstone, right? So then we come over to this dude. What are you doing? How are you? What? Hey, what? No, 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 no. Why are you doing this? I need to whitelist you, I think. Yeah, now we're cooking. Yeah. See? You're being silly. Being silly. Bad direwolf. Okay. Shh, it's beautiful. Make you a whitelist retriever. Okay. So you're gonna whitelist. I'm gonna have to clear that chest out, to be fair. But technically everything should be goable right into here. And it'll go into the appropriate locations, I think. So you're going to whitelist these things. And you're going to whitelist these things. And then you're going to be ignoring redstone. And what that should do is now extract all those resources out of the appropriate packagers. How cool is that? Right? That's not bad at all. Huh? Not too shabby. Okay? So you're processing. You're collecting all the post resources, right? And then in theory, everything that goes in this chest needs to be imported into the storage system, which is what we're going to do now, right? Look, guys, I tried for a little bit to not destroy this whole lovely base, but you knew it was inevitable. Direwire trumps all things. Okay, I tried, but it was a thing that had to happen eventually. Okay. So then I made import cables, didn't I? Didn't I make storage imports? Did I use them on this? No, that should have only used 2 storage inputs. You know what I bet? I bet that the other 2 are sitting right here. Booyah, knew it. And then that. Cool. So now you need to be told that you are a blacklist of items that get imported, and that means you should import everything. Hey, hey, hey! Look at that! Nice. Now this should go pretty quickly, but if we wanted to, we could make some speed increases here. Oh yeah, that is cool! I'm on board! I like. How cool is that? That is Niftorino. And we can come over here and validate that everything's groovy, right? Like, we check this dude out, and there's a handful of items in here in this chest, but none of the resources that we're producing should be in here. Like, glowstone's in here, and so are these things, but they should probably not need to be in there anymore, right? Or they do. Why are you going in there? I thought glowstone was like 100% we had a block of glowstone in here. We have glowstone dust. Oh, we're missing glowstone? Did I miss glowstone? I might have missed glowstone. How to handle that, how to handle that, how to handle that. What I think I might do is convert... How do I want to do that? Let me think about that for a minute. I don't know that steel ingot needs to be... I don't know that steel ingot needs to be a thing. Right? Let's make steel ingot not a thing. And then steel can, you know, just chill in this spot, right? So that works. Cool. So steel can be in here, not glowstone. Because glowstone's being auto-produced, and at this moment steel is not. So I think that's pretty groovy, right? Look at that. Fully, super-duper, 100% automated for the win. I'll take it. I will very much take it. Do we have cobblestone in here? We have a little bit of cobblestone in here, but we should probably be doing better things with cobble. What do you guys think? Not too shabby? I'm definitely liking the niche that Simple Storage Networks serves to be, right? Alright guys, so I went ahead and threw a few speed upgrades in these guys just to get them going. So 3 speed and energy upgrades for now. We'll see if that's, you know, sufficient to keep everybody happy. But I think, you know, at this point we're still generating more power than we're using. That's actually maybe not true. We're using more power than we're generating. But the expectation is once we clear out our backlog, that will no longer be the case, right? So this backlog of resources is going to quickly disappear now. And then very shortly, we should be generating more power than we're using because these things won't be running 24/7, right? They'll only run occasionally as we get enough resources to do the thing. So with that said, we've now fully automated resource production in this pack, right? At this point, we just let this sit forever and we'll just have like, you know, stacks upon stacks of resources. So now we get to have some cool times happening, right? There's clearly some more work that needs to be done. So the question is, do we want to get into Applied Energistics next? Do we want to, you know, like, what do we want to do, right? Why is there a chicken back here? I guess a chicken wandered back there and died. That's a sad. But like, cool, right? So clearly lots more to get into. So what would be, just so I know, involved in getting into applied energistics, right? And is there a wireless crafting terminal? Wireless universal terminal added by, okay. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm not familiar with that one per se. But that's cool. I'm guessing a wireless crafting terminal is a thing. So I'll have to try it out and see what happens. But to get into applied energistics, I know we're going to need probably a few things here. So just curious, right? Like I'm just like spitballing like what's involved in doing the thing. Fluix crystals and that kind of stuff and, you know. So Fluix crystals we can get with, you know, the standard process. Although, oh, okay. So is that the way you get Fluix now? Is it no longer the quartz and charged Certus? Is charged Certus not a thing? That would appear to be the case. So we're going to want crystallized mineral, and we're going to want some redstone to get Fluix crystals. But then once we do, we can get into applied energistics a little bit. But we'll probably stick with what we got for a short period of time, and then jump into applied energistics. Really, the big benefit with AE is going to be having access to the storage components, right? So these guys, right? That's going to be your big benefit. Because our main problem right now is this chest, right? This is our not resources chest. This is our miscellaneous junk chest. Having this is the reason to get into AE sooner than later. Because AE will have access to, you know, drives and all the stuff that we're used to. All right, cool. So we got this up and running. Let's figure out what we're going to work on next. So I think I'd like to go visit the Lost Cities. And in order to do that, we're going to need some cake. Is there anything that we can use to teleport with? There's the portable teleporter from Mechanism, which we've played with in the past. I think in Modern Skyblock we used one of those. I should look at that. Teleport to your personal spawn point. Teleport to world spawn. I wonder if that's doable. How would I get some feathers? Ooh, seeds for feathers. You don't say! That's cool. Hey, you, give me some feathers. Yeah, that's what's up. I like that. And then we just need Eyes of Ender, right? So I wonder if this works cross-dimensionally. That's the question, right? Like, will this teleport me to my spawn from another dimension? Enderwing Prime. Alright, well, according to the tooltip, the Enderwing Prime does not allow teleportation between dimensions. Wah, 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 wah. Well, not tooltip. I Googled and looked at Wiki. But, yeah, so that's probably not going to work, but maybe. What other teleport options do we have? Allows you to teleport to a memorized location. Interesting. So, things, right? Well, let's just make the cake, and then we'll figure it out from there, right? So we're going to need cake, right? Which is going to need some buckets, some sugar, some wheat. So I think, actually, that shouldn't be too bad. Don't we have sugar cane? We might, but it's probably over here, right? We're also going to need some buckets of milk, as usual. So, wheat and sugar cane. I should really just grab all this stuff, to be fair. But can we make another bucket real quick? Because that would be super groovy. And then we could, you know, do this. Where'd my cow go? Oh, that's right. I squashed him into a jar. I remember now. I remember now. We squished him into a jar because that's the thing we do. Boink. Eggs. I would really love to be able to get more eggs. What's the market trade for that? Okay, that's totally not even a problem. I'm not going to set up a chicken farm now. That is not even a little bit of a difficulty, right? So that's cool. So apparently, to get to the Lost Cities dimension, or any other dimension for that matter, there is a cake that you need to make. So look at all the different types of cake there are. There's Nether cake, and End cake, and Overworld cake, and Lost Cities cake, and Hunting Dimension cake, and Chocolate cake, and Oreo cake, and Cheesecake, and... Okay, these are not things. Nether cake. This is not a portal to another dimension. Your cake is in another castle. This is food. This is not a lie. Okay. Strawberry cake. Okay, so there's actual food cakes, but then there's telepastries, right? So I'm guessing telepastries is probably the mod we're looking for. So we can get to the overworld by making an overworld cake. Yum. And I don't know exactly how this works, but we're going to find out. And then there's the Lost Cities cake. So this is what's going to get us to the Lost Cities dimension. And I would totally love to be able to do this. So we're also going to need a brewing stand, which means we're going to need to figure out how blaze rods can be crafted. Okay, that is a thing. Isn't there in Cyclic an uncrafting something or other? Yeah. Uncrafting grinder? Reverses most recipes. So what if we put blaze dust into there? That might be a thing. So we're going to totally need a dropper. We're going to need some obsidian, which means I need my buckets back. I wonder if you started working yet. We did update the pack, to be fair. Nope, still no worky. Which is big shame, all the sad. Carrot juice, hang on to this. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. And then over here, the obsidian goes into this bad boy. Uncrafting doohickey. Made the achievement Control Z. Nice. Okay, so you get power. Recipe found. So let's get blaze dust. Now remember, this might work. Recipe found. You're doing something. Cross your fingers that it's the right thing. Hey, look, that works. That's cool. Look what we figured out, guys. How to make blaze rods. All right. All right. Now, telepastries, we also want a couple blocks of diamond. Ooh, wow, are we short on diamonds? We gotta have more diamonds than that, right? Right? Don't we have more diamonds than that? We should have more diamonds than that. Like, there's no way that we are that short on diamond. Really? There's only one diamond in the whole... That can't be right. That can't be right. That 100% can't be right. Right? Because you're... Let's see what happens when this thing grows. Because there's your diamond sapling, right? Come on, buddy. Yeah, you're going this way. We have lots of emeralds. How do we have no diamonds? Like, what have I used diamonds on lately? I don't think anything, right? Look, we already got one more. That can't be right, can it? What could I be using diamonds on? So now you're 100% doing the diamond acorn thing. I'm just really trying to figure out where all my diamonds went. Right? There's no way diamonds... Oh, hey, look, there they are. That's right. When you craft, sometimes it... Okay, we're cool. Right? We're cool. See, look, what happens when I do that? It pulls them all into the table for further crafts. So, crisis averted. No longer a crisis of what? Telepastries. Lost Cities cake. Okay, cool. So then the last thing is some terracotta, I presume. So if we just got some clay and smelted that up, that should be groovy. Okay, maybe not. Does that have to be some kind of colored terracotta? Can it not just be like regular terracotta? So I guess what I need is 7 more terracotta, and then we'll make it blue terracotta. How's that sound? Fair? And then we'll go from there. cool. So in here, I should be able to do with lapis. And then you go in there, and there's your Lost Cities cake. So this is how we get to the Lost Cities dimension. So let's be prepared for dimensional travel. That I don't understand how it works, right? So to prepare for this, what I'm going to do is put all the things I want to make sure I don't lose somewhere like a chest. Right? And even a chest slab should be fine. Okay? So we'll just kind of like put everything away. And I'll also put stuff that I'd want away. I mean, like, I really wouldn't cry if I lost this hatchet, right? This sword, maybe a little bit, right? That sword's pretty nice, right? But everything else, yeah, I don't super care about. Nothing else in here is, like, irreplaceable, right? So let's pop over to this dimension and see how it works. So theoretically, I just take a bite, and we're in the Lost Cities dimension now? Is that how it works? Because that's kind of cool. Now, apparently, in the Lost Cities dimension... Lost and found. Well then, we are going to need some stuff, aren't we? Yes, we are. Look at that. That's cool. I can't tell if there's resources here or not. But I know for a fact there's some resources. Because if you look at the Age of Exploration, the Cake Age, right? Look, hey, Lost and Found. Travel to the Lost Cities dimension. And that's cool. And then, nice. Wow, look at all this. No cake like home. Place, craft, and eat an overworld cake. Sweet. Wow, look at all this crazy stuff. This chapter doesn't look so bad, actually. It doesn't look like there's a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, hey, look, I got an overworld cake apparently as a reward. Maybe that's like maybe that's for people who didn't know they needed to craft an overworld cake before they came here. What was all that noise? Oh. Lost and found. Yay. So an extra overworld cake is probably nice. Now, this has a max distance of 64 blocks. Simple storage. Network without crafting from unlimited distance. But that doesn't exactly indicate whether or not you'll be able to do stuff across dimensions. But I feel like we should lab that out a little bit, right? Because we have almost everything we need to do that. And now we do have everything we need to do that. And so if I want to make one of these, I can. Look how easy that was. See, Dyer, don't be don't be scared. Let's link this dude. I think I had to, I'm assuming I had to like shift right click or right click or something like that. So that has no crafting table, but also works infinite range, right? So you know what we need now. Do you know what we need now? I'll tell you what we need now. We need one of these bad boys. What's up? Charge it up. Yay, building gadgets. You guys knew we needed one of those, right? Like, that's not a surprise to anyone. Now, theoretically, I should be able to boop that, right? And then I should be able to build, if we put this stuff away with a build to me, and look, it pulls out of that inventory space. Isn't that cool? Huh? How cool is that? All right, so now we grab the actual cobblestone that we have, and now we're gonna go back and we can building gadget our way around town. Cool? So let's, 6 out of 6 bites. Oh, good, it's daytime. Right? So I'm gonna want, that's right, you're probably, let me change my controls, category gadget. So I like you to be G, and I would like you to be F. Cool. Range overlay is R. So key F and R. I know F is usually swap items in hands. Cool. And R, range overlay from building gadgets, and Android switchability key. We'll see if they conflict. That one's going to conflict, I think. Key R. I'm going to turn off fire projectile from there. Well, it doesn't super matter because we do have this. Oh, wow. Did he change the settings? Sweet. He made it so you can extend a 25 block range. That's not a default config. Haha! I think this is the first time I played a mod pack where somebody tweaked the configs of building gadgets, and that excites me a little bit. How cool is that? So we're going to build out a lovely little bridge here. See? And look, it's linked to the thing in the overworld. How cool is that? I love it. Now, the one thing we didn't do is light this up. So do we get torches here? Okay, so this does not work across dimensions. What is that? That's a scary looking thing. What is that black hole? Anyone? Anybody know what that black hole is? Because I do not. I do not know what that is, and I'm a little bit terrified. Oh good, there's creepers here and zombies and all kinds of other monsters and terrible things. Good to know. Now there's daytime here, clearly. I would love to have like an instant teleport home thing, but I really doubt I'm going to have that. So what I'm going to do is go home, get torches, make sure F7 mode is on, so that we can make sure that this area that we're building on is lit up, so that at nighttime we don't have to worry about a bridge that I made being basically a giant mob spawner. Fair? I think that's smart. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap up the episode here, and we'll come back next time, and I actually decided I want a bunch of torches. So I do want to bring my sword, because clearly there's bad guys. I have a little bit of armor, so I'm going to be okay, right? But next time we'll come back, we'll explore this dimension. Now that we know that we don't have access to our area from here, that's fine. I do like how if you're not hungry, it's not actually eating the cake. So I think as long as you're smart enough to only eat the cake when your saturation is full, that might be cool. All right, for now, Double20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. We'll explore the Lost Cities dimension, because that sounds like a good time, right? And we'll kind of just go from there. Does that seem relatively fair? And then we want to find a bunch of resources here, because there's some resources that are only available via the Lost Cities dimension, like things that I need for nuclear craft and other things. So having them would be super nice. And then I also want to, potentially do some other cool stuff while I'm here. Like, just, investigate what this dimension's all about. Wow, wouldn't that be nice? Now, I think I've got a stairs mode, and you should build up to me. See? Look how cool that is. Meow, meow. Hello, creeper. I know, you're a creeper. Alright, Double20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time, explore this dimension, among other things. Alright, guys. Take it easy. Actually, wait, what? Just happened? Oh. Well, that's weird. Oh, right, because this isn't a build to me mode. Right. Now I know what happened. That's good enough. Okay. Yeah, no. Stairs mode is not build to me. So, it built 25 up. All right. Double20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Yada, yada, yada. Take it easy.